All right, this video here, I'm just gonna kind of go off the cuff. Over the last year and a half or so of writing online, so from creating, started actually on Twitter, Threads, copywriting for a few of my clients, emails, Instagram content, LinkedIn content. I had to kind of develop systems to create content at a very high pace, at a very high level. And I was able to create this, kind of use ChatGPT as my best assistant. And I taught it all my frameworks and all, time-tested copywriting frameworks, not only from me, but from expert copywriters and marketers who have generated millions and millions of dollars online. And I've been able to develop this GPT here that really helps me write my content and get my ideas out really fast. All right. And so the goal of this video is to demonstrate it, show how it's working, so that you can kind of apply it to yourself for your own creative process too, right? One of the hardest parts of the creating content is sometimes you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things you can talk about, but it's really just putting it in a format that's conducive to the social media, that's going to do well on social media, and in a way that captures attention, right? You have a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's hard to consolidate that into ideas. And so here's kind of my process, and I hope it helps you too. All right, so here we go. This is very off the cuff. I just turned on the camera. I'm gonna go jump into how I would regularly script a new video for my own content, and hopefully it helps. All right, let's dive in. So here, basically, I was on YouTube, right? The first thing I do is kind of gain a little bit of inspiration from content pieces that are already doing well in my industry. I was watching this video here by Steve. Steve's a G. I like his content. I think he's very, very straight to the point. He knows what he's talking about. And so I kind of drew on some of his ideas that I can actually take from my own experiences and apply to my own, for my own content too. And then I have this Notion here. So this can be ads, this can be content too. I use it all the same. But basically what I want to do is just anything that pops into my mind, I just write it down here. And so this is when I decided to actually turn on this camera. All right, right here, this is one idea that I got from Steve from watching that video. Okay, so the biggest leverage you have as a service business owner is running ads. Okay, and that's why whoever can spend the most on ads will win. Okay, so ads are basically essentially an infinite source of media. You record one ad once and you can reach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, really depending on how much you spend, right? And so instead of relying on a one-to-one referral where you're going to reach a couple people at a time, you're going to really just crank that, and so you can really get the most bang for your buck, right? Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, that's the idea that I see, and I got that because I know a lot of service business owners are afraid to invest into advertising, even though they have very high margins and they can comfortably spend on ads, all right, without and really transform their whole business just by investing, but it holds them back. So the goal, the concept here that I want to encapsulate is really get over that fear and just start running the ads, because it's the most important thing you can probably do for your business right now. Okay, and if you don't do it, you're gonna lose. Okay, so let's put this into an actual script, all right? And here's exactly how I'm going to do that. So this is that general idea, okay? I'm just going to copy and paste this here. And today I just said, okay, ChatGPT, let's start fresh. And it already knows all the frameworks, everything. So what are we building today? Offer, ad script, funnel, outbound. So it's already prompting me. So here we go. We're going to be scripting new Instagram Reels in the talking head video format that we've been doing. Okay, now let it load. Sometimes it like kind of gets a little slow, but let's let it load really quick. Talking head reels are the move, quick to shoot, authority building, and shareable. Cool. Come on. Perfect. So see, it already understands exactly how I think about the creating content. It's really my second brain. So first of all, it already knows the topic, okay, which is the offer, any examples, story hook that you're thinking of recently. Once we've got that, I'll start scripting using Matt Gray's structure. So then it already knows how to put it in the correct structure. All you have to do is have the concrete idea in your head, one clear idea, feed it to GPT, and it's going to spit it out in this perfect format here. So let's do it. I'll show you live how it looks like. Is running ads. That's why whoever can spend the more on ads will win in the end. And at this point, if you want to really dive into the idea more, I would recommend you just turning on your microphone here and speaking to ChatGPT, but try to keep it concise, otherwise it will go a little bit all over the place. And it's also used as an ideation mechanism, right? You can use this just to talk to it and it'll spit out ideas back. But here we go. So the biggest leverage you can have as a service is running ads. That's why whoever can spend the most on ads will win in the end, right? I'm going to just repeat back what I said to you in the beginning of the video. I see a lot of home service businesses with great margins, growing well on referrals, but are almost afraid to invest into advertising because they think that it's too expensive. In reality, one good ad can be the source of taking your business from $50K a month to $100K a month almost overnight. Instead of playing the slow game and waiting and hoping and praying for referrals to fall into your lap, you run an Instagram ad that will reach thousands to tens of thousands of people every single day. That's why the big boys in the local business market are completely dominated. They are not necessarily even the best service. They can just outspend everybody and become the best known. Let's leave it at that and see what it gives me. Tight, high impact Instagram reel using Matt Gray's talking head format. Matt Gray, if you look him up, he's a beast. I really like the way he formats his posts, and so we're essentially borrowing his frameworks and applying it to ourselves in a way that's very conversational and very kind of direct to the point and has one clear lesson, right? One other insight that I can give you in this video is always try to have it one clear idea, one clear lesson in it, and one clear action that you want people to take, whether that's follow you, and for most of your content, let it be follow you, and let your ads do the pitching. Okay, so boom, there we go. It'll spit out in the perfect format that we want. Of course, the first draft isn't always the best one. We'll have to work on it. Always go back and kind of check it, but it's already on 80% ready piece that you can go ahead and tweak. So the businesses dominating your city right now, they're not the best. They're just the ones spending the most on ads. I talked to home service business owner doing 30%, all from referrals, but when I ask, why aren't you running ads? The answer always is too expensive. So here's the catch. One good ad can take you. See? So the truth. Ad doesn't show your work to one person at a time. Bam, bam, bam. But because they're the better known. So if you're tired of word of mouth, it's time to build a machine that brings leads to you. Follow me. See? There you go. And then it's already prompting me. Cool. How are we going to make this better? And I totally agree. Let me know if you want a version with a story or case study baked in. Okay? 100% agreed. The more proof that you can, so right now this is just me saying things. You know what I mean? People, it's not very believable for the simple fact that I haven't used concrete numbers in the copy yet. Okay, so here, a case study or story baked in, remodeling company. Here, this isn't true. It kind of made it up, but I can give him a real case study. So here we go. In just the last 30 days, from running ads, we helped a air duct cleaning business bring in 438 leads and over 30,000 in added revenue just from turning. So this is just off the top of my head for the demonstration. So there we go. Now it's going to script it in with the case study baked in. And really, this helps speed. You can crank out loads of content. And this, what took me maybe 10 minutes to write. Something that maybe would have taken me 30, 40, 50 minutes to write. It just helps consolidate my ideas a little bit faster. See? A hook. Boom, boom, boom. Let me show you what expensive really means. Last month alone, we helped, and this is exactly, I love it. See, it's so well trained in how I think, in the way I want to take things, that it already knows how where I want to take it. This is exactly what I wanted to kind of do. What is really expensive? You not running ads or you running ads? Not running ads is more expensive than actually running them, because you're leaving so much opportunity on the table, plus you're losing to the competitors right next door that are running ads and taking customers away from you. So ChatGPT knows this, right? It knows that where I want to take this already, because I've been using it for so long, over and over and over again. So it knows where to take these truths and kind of break beliefs based on this. Okay, this is belief shifting content. It's not just step by steps, but once you break someone's belief about something, that's when they kind of like see you as somebody, as an authority figure, and see you as somebody worthy of actually following, because you have good ideas, right? So here's a format. Great. Last month alone, we helped an air duct cleaning business pull in 430 just from one simple ad campaign, and that's the difference. Referrals are nice, but they don't scale. An Instagram ad, it shows your best jobs to 10,000 local homeowners every single day without begging anyone to refer you. That's how the big players win, not because they're better known. If you're done relying on hope and ready to install the same client getting machine, follow me for more, and let's make your business the one everyone sees first. This is a damn good, pretty good piece of content that I would actually run. The only thing that I would now work on is the hook, okay, and come up with a few different variations, some that are a little bit more attention grabbing, okay. And this is another point, and already serves as a live lesson, is spend most of your time on the hook. All of this other stuff is good, but now we want to really this is good enough, I would say. Where I would spend most of my time now is just developing this hook. So let's do that. The business is dominating your city right now. They're not the best, they're just the ones spending the most on ads. Cool. I actually like this hook, but let's give it like this angle a lot. To top it off, let's come up with 3 more hook variations. Hook. Great. The money line, okay. And so this GPT is also trained on time-tested, proven hook frameworks from people like Brendan Kane, Matt Gray, Alex Hormozy, all the copywriting books behind me. It's all fed into here, so it knows. And here is just going to spit out a bunch of ideas, okay? Top remodeling companies in your city, they're not the best. They're just spending the most on ads. I like that. If you're still waiting on referrals to grow business, you're already losing to the guy running Instagram ads. I like that one. I like that one too. $150 Instagram ad brought in 438 leads and 30K in sales for a local business. Here's how. I like this one a lot as well. They're all very good hooks, I would say. This one is fear-based. So I don't usually like fear-based ones that much because I tend to be, a lot of people use them and they tend, personally for me, they're not, I don't, it's just, it repels me a little bit. But this one is probably my favorite because it's just proof. That's it. You know what I mean? If you're just presenting a stat, nobody can argue that. This one, people can argue it. This one is a fact, right? You say, great, this is what happened. If you want to do it too, watch for the rest. It also brings a ton of curiosity. People can't argue it. That's it. Let's go. So that's what I want to do. Let's go with hook 3. Anchors the proof. So he already knows. Here's a full 60, 75 second. Great. And it's already in the right amount of time. Okay, so the script knows how long the reel's supposed to be. It can be up to 90 seconds. Shorter, usually reels perform a little bit better. Depending, you know, it really depends, but it's usually easier to get more views on a reel that's shorter because people would simply want fast information. They don't want a quick dopamine hit. Okay. All right, open hook, $150 Instagram ad brought in for $30,000 for a local air duct cleaning business, and 90% of students still think ads are too expensive. The truth is not about how much you spend on ads, it's what your system does with that attention. Most companies boost a post, burn a couple $100 and call it a failure, but once you've got the right creative, the right targeting, the right offer, $50 can turn into 5K, 10K, even 30K like you just saw. Okay, now this one, it kind of went off. It changed the structure of the core belief that we were trying to shift in the post. So I'll correct it. Let's like this for an ad, but it's too direct for a content, for a piece of content. I want to keep the original body. Just add this hook. Boom. There we go. That's done. That's a ready piece of content that we can use right now. Almost 2 different pieces. So we have now 2 hooks, 2 different bodies. I can test both of them. There's no limit to how much you can post on Instagram. I would recommend actually do as much as you can. So yeah, that's then I would basically just go ahead, take this, paste it into Google Doc, and then keep it organized. And basically, actually, I'll just paste it here. I can write the whole piece of content right here, actually. So I'll just do content, talking head, video script, talking head video script, and then I would paste it here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Just paste that there. I might edit a little bit, just, you know, when I'm already recording, and I'll change some things to come out more naturally to the way I speak. But I like maintaining the original structure because it's going to keep me within the time frames that I need. And then this is it. And then boom, it's done, it's ready to record. And I'll just slide it over. That's it. And that's how I've been doing it. If you're interested in building out a copywriting system, so the AI infrastructure, the AI system, the GPT, so it's this right here, okay, that I've trained for myself. Okay, so this is the original GPT. This is the chat that I used within that GPT. And this Notion dashboard that you can use. If you're interested in creating one of those for yourself, hit me up, leave a comment here on this video, and I'll actually send you a free guide on how to do that. Cheers.